There's Rebecca. There's Sudnar. Okay, people are starting to get in. Don't know why everyone's coming late today. Okay, well, let's get started. Today is our second to last day working on these. We have our warm-up in the AP classroom. We're working on our create task, videos, and PDF of program code. Progress check 5, written responses in the AP classroom. Videos. I hate to say I can't find them, but you guys have all been assigned 4 videos in the AP classroom that tell you about the written response. What is already due are progress checks 3 and 4. Your create performance test video, program code, and written response all need to be submitted by May 14th. That's 2 weeks from now. Okay. Everything needs to be uploaded into the digital classroom. Look, now I've got loads of people. Amelie, Andrew, Mariah, Daphne, Long, Mr. Chen. Florian, Miraj, and Winston. Okay, I think everyone's in. For the late entrance, remember class starts at 12:30 or no 1:30, right? We've just been through, there's David. Went through our agenda. Basically, we have a warm-up in Canvas. We're working on our create task, the videos and the PDF of the program code. We're going to start working on written responses for check 5. Okay. What's due are progress checks 3 and 4. And everything's going to be submitted. You'll be able to evaluate your program by answering the written responses using the survival guide and the AP classroom assigned videos for advice. Okay, I am having trouble finding those myself. My fabulous new computer. Okay, I'm just going to quickly show you in the world of the written responses is just going to the template. If you use this template for your written responses out of code.org, you cannot submit it to the AP digital portfolio. You will need to just copy your answers into the same template in the AP digital portfolio. If you want to do it in the AP digital portfolio, that is fine, but we just thought it would be easier to do it here and then copy it over, right? Just copy and paste. All right. So let's go to the warm-up. Okay, we're in our AP classroom. Amazingly, mine is still up and I don't have to log in again. Consider the following code segment. The list -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Count 1 gets 0. Count 2 gets 0. For each value in the list, if value is greater than 0, count 1 gets count 1 plus 1. Okay. If value is greater than 0, count 1 gets count 1 plus 1. Else count 2 gets count 2 plus 1. What are the values of count 1 and 2 as a result of executing the code segments? You can put your answers in the chat. Hang on, I've got people in my... Okay. So welcome. We're just looking at our warm-up in the AP classroom. Anyone have any ideas on this? You can't sing out because I can't hear you, but I would love it if you put answers in the chat. What do we think this is? A, B, C, or D? Right? A is count 1 equals 2, count 2 equals 2. B, count 1 equals 2, count 2 equals 3. C, count 1 equals 3, count 2 equals 2. Or D, count 1 equals 5 and count 2 equals 0. Anyone? Can someone put an answer in the chat? Oh, there's Allie. Okay. I'm going to pick on my friend Ken Gao. Ken, do you have an idea of which answer this is?
I'm not really sure. I'm just waiting to see who answered.
Can I see the full code? I cannot see the top.
Ken Gao? All right. How about my friend Florian? Florian, could you hazard a guess at this one? What do you think? Is it A, B, C, or D?
I would like to see the top of the code. I feel like something's cut out. Can
Anyone?
I see? Can I
Anyone
see
in
the
class have an idea? I can't hear anyone. I can't. I have no ability to hear today. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Why? There. What is the answer? It's my question. Anybody? All right, well, there. Finally, someone feels it's B. I would ask Winston. So B, count 1 equals 2, count 2 equals 3. Does that make sense to everyone? Do I need to go through it? You're going to have to put it in the chat or everyone here can talk to me. That's all right. So what is happening here is everything's evaluated to 0. If for each value, if value is greater than 0, count gets count 1 plus 1. So it's not going to work for -2. It's not going to work for -1. It's not going to work for 0, right? Count 1 is only going to work for 1 and 2, right? So count 1 gets count 1 plus 1. So that's 2. Count one. Now why is it D? So count one gets count one plus one. I should get count two plus one. Again, I always end up at 5. Where am I going wrong with my count one? Right, because count one, if count one is 1, count gets 1 plus 1, right? 2. And then because it says so. If value is greater than 0, the values are what's in the list, right? Our values are -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I don't want to spend too much time on this. The other one's tricky too. Right, correct. The only ones that matter are going to be, well, it's -2. You see, so if count one doesn't get something, it goes to count two. So -2 plus 1 is -1, -1 plus 1, then 0, it's going to get. Anyway, I don't know why I can't describe this. All right. Anyway, we know that the answer is B. It is count one gets 2 and count 2 gets equals 3. And I'm sorry, I'm just having a terrible day in terms of processing. Let's look at 2. Okay. This is also tricky. So num1 gets 6, num2 gets 4, num3 gets 10. Okay. If num1 is less than num2, num1 gets num2. Else, num3 gets num2. If num2 is greater than or equal to num3, num1 gets num2 and 3. Then we sum, sum gets num1, num2, and num3 at the end. Okay, so what is the value of sum after the code segment is executed? Can anyone hazard a guess? Okay, I agree with Araya. Araya, can you help people understand why it is 16?
Because
You
number
might need
one.
to type it out, but
Okay, I'll type it.
okay, well, I'm hoping this makes sense. The basic idea is that, why can't I get my mouse where it needs to be? That even though these are evaluated, num1 is not less than num2, so num1 gets num2, num1 is going to be 4. Or no, it's not, because this doesn't work, so num3 gets num2. So 10 goes to 4. Num2 has to equal num3 since it just got num2. Then num1 gets num2 and num3. Right, so that's 8, 4, and 4. So 16. Yay. Yay. Okay. We've survived. Let's get into, let me make sure that I don't have anyone waiting. All righty. So let's go back over our boilerplate. So if you are creating the PDF of your program code, check out page 11 in the survival guide. Okay. Hang on, let me get out of here. Okay, so here we are in our survival guide. Okay, so if you're doing your code, this is what you want. This was actually designed specifically for the AP PT code. You switch your code to text, you copy the section you want, and you drop it in this box. Make sure that it is at least 10 point, and then you print it. When you print it, it will be making a PDF. The reason you have to do this is to get your PDF, but so that your code will have numbers on it. If you don't, your code does not have numbers and it becomes very difficult to reference. Okay? So each section for the written response, 3A to 3D, gives you advice to help with answering the questions. Make sure to double check your answers with the advice. Use the template from code.org to write the responses. You will need to copy and paste each response to the AP website in the correct spot. That is the digital portfolio. Let's not make the responses final until you have proofread them. This is something that I noticed looking in the digital portfolio. A few people have actually submitted their work to the AP. If you click submit, I cannot get it back. Once you submit to the AP, it is gone. So wait until I have said your video looks great, your written comments look great before we submit them. I'm supposed to be reviewing those on the 14th, okay? So let's look in here. We're gonna look not for our video, for our written responses. So here's that template. We're going to go over 3A and 3B. So for 3A, describe the overall purpose of the program. The purpose of your program is the intended goal or objective of the program. In other words, it's what the program is supposed to do. If you made a game or an app or some other kind of project, just quickly describe what kind of program it is and how it would be used or played. Okay, part 2, describe what functionality the program is demonstrated in the video. Connection to video. Make sure that you can connect the purpose of your program to what is shown in the video. If you only have one feature working, then describe the purpose of the feature. Part 3, describe the input and output of the program demonstrated in the video. Input and output. Make sure that you specifically use the words input in your response, input and output in your response to force yourself to describe specifically how the use provides input in the video and how the program gives back output. Okay. So that's all in 3A. 3B, capture and paste 2 program code segments you developed during the administration of this task, which contain a list or other collection type being used to manage complexity in your program. So the first program code segment must show how data has been stored in the list. Same list initialized and processed. Be very careful that you only include 2 code segments and that they are both referring to the same list, even if the processed data is moved to a new list. The second program segment must show the data in the same list being processed, such as creating new data from the existing data or accessing multiple elements in the list as part of fulfilling the program's purpose. The advice, same list initialized and processed. This is twice you're hearing this. It's important Be very careful that you only include 2 code segments and that they are both referring to the same list, even if the process data is moved to a new list. Then provide a written response that identifies the name of the list being processed in the response. Name your list. An easy way to lose points here is to simply forgetting to say the name of your list. Start off your response by stating the name of your list. Remember, lists are not tables. Typically, lists are a column or a row in a table, okay? And the last thing is identifies what the data contained in the list represents in your program. Actually, it's not the last one. Describe the data. Explain what type of data is contained in your list, what it stands for in your program, how it helps in fulfilling the program's purpose. Part 5 explains how you select your selected list manages complexity in your program code by explaining how your program code could not be written or how it would be written differently if you did not use a list. Explaining how it manages complexity. Do not simply say that you need to use variables. Excuse me. Give more details about the specific variables you'd need to create and what information they need to store. In some instances, it would be nearly impossible to develop your program without a list, but be specific in saying how you'd need to change the way it works. Again, stating specific programming constructs, variables you'd need to use. Explain how your program allows you to use a list of any size without substantial changes to your program code. Okay, and then we get on to 3C. We are only covering 3A and 3B today. Okay. Oh, here is. So make sure to double check your answers with the advice. Once you've done them, use the template from code.org to write the responses. Copy and paste each response in the AP in the correct spot. Do not make the responses final until you have proofread them, ideally until I have proofread them. Just keep them as drafts. And then check out the deep dive on information. This is a 1-hour webinar on doing your written responses. There are also 4 videos in the AP classroom that you have been assigned. Okay, that's what this is. If you have trouble finding it, I'm going to put it in here. There's the deep dive. That's an hour. All right, let me just, for fun, I'm going to show you, not the deep dive, when I'm looking for the AP digital portfolio. That's all I type in. I just type in AP digital portfolio. All right, College Board, digital portfolio. Luckily, I'm already signed in. Sorry. Okay, so when I look in here, I don't want the overview. I'm looking at progress and I can see what everyone has turned in. Okay, so the gray blank squares mean nothing has been turned in. A orange triangle means a draft has been turned in. A black check mark means that it is complete and has been submitted. Okay, so I'm looking for these triangles and then I'm checking your work. Okay, see, some people have submitted everything. This is where I'm looking for your work. Okay, so where you're going to be submitting your work, there is like a student view of this, but I find it difficult to find. You're going to be in Create, okay? And there's an overview, but there is a program code section, a video section, and a written response section. In each one, you will be able to upload your materials. So for videos, here you are. This should be upload for you guys. Student submissions, okay? Let me know if you're confused. Yep. Oh, okay. That's in the survival guide, page 11, I believe. Okay, so it's at the bottom of that square. It's not the link at the top of it. Why? So hang on. So let's hang on. So we have one more day after today to work on our task, but it is not due in the AP digital portfolio until the 14th. You have another week to get this stuff in. I am still missing about 2/3 of the videos, so let me know if you get one. Next week, we are going to start doing test review, okay? All right, so what was due are checks 3 and 4, your code that you started coding and that you have a video. The next check is going to be your written response, all right? Let me open breakout rooms and get everyone going. So we'll have about a half hour. Oh, just in case anyone needs it, Ms. Rudnick, I'm not quite sure why, but included a video that summarizes today's work. Okay, so if you just look at modules down the bottom of today's module, if you get confused about what we're doing, is today's video. I also post our video in class. Ms. Rudnick's is good though. She is trying to tell you everything. Here's the progress check 5. Okay. Here we go. Anybody have problems? Oh, before everyone disappears, if you are having problems with your code, please send me a link to it and I will try and find someone to help you. Okay? Okay, let me find Alex. screen. Richard, you okay? Oh my God. Okay.
Which grades?
For your.
Yeah.
The video?
No,
Oh.
I submitted a video.
Okay.
This is says we got it. I don't click that.
Don't submit, fine.
Yeah.
All you do is just upload.
And it's a lot higher quality than what's on Canvas.
Okay.
So that should work. But just for like image credits and then so I also have to give credit to the table.
That's fine. Technically, I don't believe you have to, but
I'm just playing
again,
safe.
no one's gonna ding you for
Yeah.
adding comments. They will ding you for not commenting. All right, no, that looks great. And do you know how to get your code then into the,
Yeah, I have the I'll just get the link from right here.
it's
Where
this
is it?
one.
Yeah, there it is.
I got confused. I was always going to that one too.
It was just the first one I saw.
And all it is you're gonna copy your thing and you're gonna drop, that code can disappear. So you're gonna copy your segment, drop it in, and then,
Just press play.
yeah, and it should make a PDF.
Thanks.
Yay. Yep.
I was driving to before, I don't know if you're gonna check it again, but I was not gonna turn it again.
Oh, yes. So I can tell everyone. I apologize. We have certain things that we can grade for this interim. So the way they had the scores set up, it was like before where we were adding things to make it 10 points. But now it's gone back to 3 and 4 are going to be 5 points. The U6L 3 and 4 is going to be 10 points. And then we've got our quiz. So I've rechanged everything and it's all, I'm going to send out progress reports to everyone, hopefully tonight. If anything is wrong there, let me know. Okay. No, and I apologize because it's gone back and forth and I've gotten a million emails. Everyone is confused. And it's that I can only, we all have to have everything matching is the issue. Okay, everyone is back. Just still trying to find these crazy videos. Oh, I know where they are. Here we go. You'd think I'd remember. Okay, team. Last thing I want to show you. In the AP classroom, if you go into your AP classroom, course, big idea, etc., look in the review tab. Here are 4 videos: the Create PT Examples and Scoring 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D. These will also be a help to you in creating these. Okay? You should have access to those. Oh, help, I'm not even showing them. Right here.
Let you know it is now the end of 4th period. If you're
Okay.
please exit via the Bulldog lobby. Here's the button. Have a great day.
So any questions, problems, issues? We're hoping not. Nobody seems to be writing. You're all free.
Thank you.
Again, I apologize for how
Thank you.
crazy today has been. I am getting used to my new computer and at least I can hear now. All right. Au revoir. Thank you, Lily, for being awesome. Anybody else? Questions, problems? Xander, Eric? You bet. Eric, can I help you? What's that? Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry, I shut it down anyway. Thank you.